Okay, welcome everybody, and we're back at our old studio. It is MECQ. We're waiting for GCQ to get back to our new studio, but here we are again, and we're going to be talking about racing. So, racing is a team sport. Each team member has a part to play, and it somehow resembles a family. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be part of a racing family? Well, I want to dedicate this episode to all the moms out there. So, happy Mother's Day. And remember that supporting your child's career when it comes to motorsports is a difficult job. So this is Jp Tuason, the founder and CEO of Tuason Racing, and you are here on Riding Shotgun Conversations Season 2. Okay, so our guests today are the Rivera Racing family. These guys are royalty in local motorsports. If you guys have ever been to any of the slaloms, the autocrosses, the go-kart races, single-seater races, GT races, these guys are not only participating, but they're winning all the races. So today, we've got Milo and Estefano Rivera. Okay, they are Filipino racing champions with their mother, who is joining us today on our Mother's Day episode. These brothers have competed in local and international races, and Milo, the older sibling, has actually been Stefano's mentor and coach. So the Rivera brothers would not be able to achieve any of this without the support of their parents. All right, everybody, let's welcome Milo and Estefano Rivera, and of course, their sponsor, Mrs. Fanny Rivera. Guys, come on down. Woohoo!
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Hi, JP. Hi.
Hi.
So much
How you
for
doing,
having
you
us.
guys? Welcome to the show.
Hello,
And
JP.
before we get started, I hope you guys are having a great Mother's Day out there.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yes, we are.
You can say.
All right, great. So to get started in the show, I want to ask you guys how you got started in racing, and was it all because your mother got you into motorsports?
I guess I'd start with that because I started a year prior to Stefano. I would say she did have a huge part in making me and us start racing back in 2008 when I was 12 years old. Came from a cousin's birthday celebration on the go-kart track. After that, I barged into her room and said, Mommy, I want to race. And then she was like, ano pinagsasabi mo? And I kind of had to be makulit, persistent about it. And then, sure enough, biglang umoo. Consente pa si Mommy kasi she didn't want Daddy to know about it for the first 3 months. So out of all the people, siya pa yung una. Siya pa yung unang naka-discover and somehow supported us all the way until she just couldn't stand it anymore. Got our dad involved and my dad was like, how long have you been keeping this from me? 3 months. Tagal.
Wow. Talk about a supportive mom. How about you, Stefano?
Well, so Milo was in his first year in karting 2008. Then in 2009, going to the new season, I was having thoughts of just watching Milo. I wasn't really interested in racing, but as I was watching him during the last legs of the races, and he would have always good races, I was also I wanted to get involved or just go into practices. So moving fast forward, eventually they made me try the one practice session in Milo's go-kart. Kahit hindi ko abot yung steering wheel, parang naglagay lang ng mga foam just to make me reach the brake pedal. But then it was raining pa ata. Then I was around 2 seconds off, 3 seconds off. So after that, that's when I felt like baka this would be a good sport for me. And eventually, pinilit ko rin si Mommy, and yun, buti na lang pumayag si sponsor.
Yes, pag walang sponsor, walang karera. I totally believe in that. So let's go to your mom as the main sponsor for this family racing team. What has been your best and most difficult part of having a family racing team?
JP, you know naman that motorsport is such an expensive sport. But in our case, no, in the case of my kids, when I saw them winning right and left, and I saw the passion And of course, when they were already excelling, not only locally, international, I decided, or we decided, my husband and I, to support them all the way. Of course, no? Siyempre, alam mo na naman, di ba? We have to have sponsors. We did that, no? We need to help. We need the help of my relatives, my mom, their lolos. And of course, I need to say this, okay? We have to stop from buying non-essential things, no? You know naman, like luxury bags, mga ganon, more or less, no? The kids knows. The kids know that, okay? We redirect our resources to their passion, and no regrets at all. Kasi the racetrack is really the second home to me. Para bang it's more than going out of the country, going to a trip, no? When I'm in the racetrack, I'm looking forward to that intense race, adrenaline, the sound of the engine, and the smell of the tires. I really don't know bakit ako napapunta diyan. Grabe, I'm a real estate businesswoman and travel business. So, nabudol-budol ata ako ng dalawang anak ko. Siguro nadramahan ako. No? Paiyak-iyak sila, para mukha silang kawawa, looking from afar, looking at boomland, and then they saw kids racing around. So, that's it. That made us support them. And there's no regrets talaga.
So there's a lot of pressure pala sa family. Pag natalo sila sa karera, sasabihin mo na, hindi ako nakabili ng handbag dahil na lugi.
Yes.
Lugi yung karera na
That's
to.
true. Ito, pag natalo, I should have bought my Chanel. My Chanel bag.
Yun yung pressure.
Kaya lang,
heard that,
as I've said before, said, it's just an instant, tama ba yun, gratification. Is that right, Milo? Milo is may Tama ba yun?
Yeah.
When I have that bag for about, siguro mga 1 week, wala na. But when we spend that resources to them, ibang klase yung yung hype. I mean, anong tawag doon, Stefano? The feeling, the feeling of fulfillment. It's not happiness, it's joy inside. Pretty more right now.
You know what they say, right? A Prada bag is for now. A press release is forever.
Yes. I second the motion.
Okay. Alam mo, ano lang like my wife always says, lugi lang talaga pag talo. Diba? Pag panalo, worth it. Pag talo, lugi. Lugi dapat pinili mo yung bag. All right, so I've got a question for Milo and Estefano. So with your mom being your biggest sponsor, right, over so many years in all these different types of racing, what is the fondest memory that you have of your mom, or the craziest memory that you have of your mom at the races?
Crazy.
Careful. Careful.
Milo,
you're walking a fine line.
I didn't fight with anybody.
All right, who wants to go first? Go.
Kami parang same day yun . Parang what my craziest story ata rin ni Milo. So yun, we were still go-karting. I think this was 2012, 2013. It was the Asian Karting Championship. So AKOK, so we had international opponents. So yun, yung mom ko was very, the usual na very composed, very nagdadasal before the race, before my race, before Milo's race. Tapos bigla na lang when fast forward ko na, she was quiet the whole day. Like, kala mo meron.
The whole race, you mean?
The whole, anyway, story ako
Okay, sorry.
Yung pagpunta sa racetrack. Anyway, yun. Pero once that Milo and me crossed the checkered flag, hanggang nasa yung sa Carmona, sa Heavenly, rinig yung boses niya, JP. Grabe, like, whoa, like, that's my sons.
Kung sabay silang nanalo, those were my two sons. Tama ba? Those were Those are my
Where?
two sons.
Where, ah? Mukhang
Those are
lugi
my
yung
two
panalo, ah.
sons. And don't shouting.
Pag panalo
As a matter of fact, no, si Johnny Tan was telling me,
Yan yung sa picture.
sabi ni Johnny Tan, Fanny, we know that alam namin kung nananalo anak mo because we can hear your cheering or your voice daw dun sa office nila. Oh, nananalo yung mga anak ni Fanny for sure because we can hear her voice. Pero that's not naman. Nakakaya ba yung ginawa ko? Diba?
Crazy
That's
nga.
No.
Crazy lang.
Okay.
Crazy pero...
That's your identity, Mami. Pero yun nga, when Stefan and I were hitting the racetrack, and then sometimes in the middle of it also, you would hear my mom cheer. Parang yun na yung parang court side festivities mo yung sigaw niya sa racetrack. And sometimes when the go-karts would pass by, I would hear it also from my helmet. But I think...
So pag
Go ahead. Sorry.
narinig ng mga competitors mo yung sumisigaw yung mom mo, alam nila na they're gonna get passed by you guys.
Panalo. Panalo yan.
Na-pressure na sila. Oh my God, Tita Fanny!
Yeah. But I guess, since Stefano mentioned it, I myself, for me naman, I think one thing that's very memorable or that continues to be a trademark when it comes to mommy being involved in a racing is actually something that's involved outside of the racetrack. Pagdating sa mga posting sa Facebook yan, pagdating sa mga pag-advertise sa amin, very, kala mo siya yung driver. It's like, she's the one with the fan page. She's the one promoting Stefan and I, which, we truly appreciate. Pero minsan talaga parang, Milo, kailangan na yan, ganyan. Why are you blocking me? I blocked her. I admit.
Can I just JP, can I just
Man,
Milo?
This is a Mother's Day episode.
JP,
You just
can
said
I
you
just
blocked
tell
your
this
mom on
in-
Facebook. Oh, man, this is like going
Can
down
I just
really
ask
quickly.
you? Can I just ask you, JP? Listen to me. Is that
Yo.
okay? If I'm not a millennial, no? For example, they didn't win. Something went wrong, no, with their chassis, with their engine, and so and so. I was just explaining, little lang naman caption And then when I tagged them, they untagged me and then they blocked me. And they told me, Mommy, you're doing excuses. You're saying excuses. I mean, racing is you lose or you win. And then, no excuses. Kaya I was just telling the truth. Right? Diba? As a mother, you're a parent, diba?
Yeah.
So, how can you relate to me? Because I cannot relate to these two kids Until now, inaantag ako Pag may sinabi ako about them My gosh! Avid fan nila ako. Ikaw nga nagsabi, supporter. I don't accept that because a lot of people help us, no?
Siguro earlier,
Why
kanina sa
are you
interview.
tagging me, Milo? Why are you blocking me?
On the
Oh my
spot.
gosh! I have my own Facebook.
Happy Mother's
I
Day.
have happy
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother. I have my own Facebook friends. Of course, they do appreciate my posting. But kaya lang, it seems, anyway, I mean, this is not it's not crazy, no? But it's kinda, it puzzled me. Why they untag me.
Sa amin
Ano
crazy.
lang kami, for another episode. For another episode.
Alam mo, Fanny, I understand you more than you know because itong dalawang to, tinitito na lang ako When they talk to me, tinitito na lang ako Kaya kagalit din ako sa kanila but while we're talking about crazy things that are happening at the track, I guess, Fanny, what I'd like to ask you is, what are your tips or tricks for these parents of up-and-coming racers? And there's a lot, right? There's a lot of new young karters coming up in the scene, new young race car drivers in the Vios Cup. What is your tip for these parents of these up-and-coming kids?
Okay. In my case, no. If you think your kid has it, look for a good coach. Fortunately, I was able to get Ejen Deliaco and his crew. I think that's the formula. That's the secret formula from karting. and of course, the passion of the kids. Kung walang mga skills to and the passion, of course, I'm not gonna spend
I'm not gonna buy
But
another
when I
bicycle
saw,
bag instead.
you know, nanalo ka lang, Milo, eh. Kung hindi ka nanalo, wala ka sa motorsports ngayon. Yung nanalo ka sa karting, yung first series, I was really not surprised. Nabola mo ako doon. So, that's it. But I have no regrets, as usual. I can always tell this na walang bola to all the mothers out there. My God, follow the dreams of your kids. If you see them excelling this one, in that one, don't follow your dreams for them. So that's what I did. And until now, I'm so happy. As a matter of fact, medyo I think the COVID thing is kind of slowing down na. I'm really looking forward for that race. No, I think JP, you're going to have the Vios, di ba?
Yeah, we're looking
I'm
at
looking
starting
forward
up
to that.
the races this year. Both the Formula V1 series and the Vios Cup as well with Toyota. So that's something to look forward to. I hope to see Estefano on the grid. Hopefully we can find a way to get Milo on the grid. If not, then he can be behind the seat with us. But yeah, that would definitely be great. And for Milo and Stefano, what would you have as tips for up and coming race car drivers to get the support of their parents in their racing?
One thing's for sure, you gotta constantly love your parents no matter what, whether they support you in a certain thing or not. And as long as your parents will be able to see the value that comes with it, I'm sure na given their love for their children, they'll be able to support them no matter what. For in our case, Stefan and I were into basketball, football, even billiards and other types of sport pa nga back then, because racing wasn't really first love, so to speak. Although we were into cars, motorsports wasn't. And then eventually, fate had it. Naging race car driver kami, and it all started with me convincing my mom to start. Although it might sound bratty, which it might have been, I don't know, but I really appreciate and thank my mom for it. But siguro, as an advice siguro to kids pursuing their passions, regardless of what it is, just put your heart and soul into it no matter what, regardless of how difficult the journey will be. And for sure, your parents or other people would be able to recognize that and eventually support you. That's what my mom did with us. So thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Nice.
Thank you.
How about you, Stefano?
I do appreciate what you said.
Well, siguro with me naman, to add what Milo said, I guess you also have to show it to your parents na this sport or whatever discipline is it, basketball or football, any sport na that discipline or sport made you a better person. Not just by, bonus na lang yung manalo ka sa karera to show your talent. But for me also you show it siguro out of the racetrack in your everyday life na the discipline and the actions you learned from the racing scene or your sport, you apply it also to your real life. So, para makita naman nila na kahit talo, at least, your son or your daughter's being a better person. So, siguro yun, that's my advice to kids out there.
Okay. Do you want to greet your mom Happy Mother's Day as well para ma-sponsoran ka this year?
Mommy, Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Kim.
Milo,
hindi mo dinugtungan ng please sponsor me this year. Nah, that was your chance.
Mommy, please sponsor me this year, ha? No,
Slowly lang. Dahan-dahan lang.
Yes, ako naman muna this year.
Can I call Mr. Costco? Can I call the Avengers team? Just a little help.
I'm gonna tag him on
help.
this. Okay, so
Vios.
Let's start off with Fanny. Fanny, how can the fans out there follow you on Facebook? What's your Facebook name?
Mine?
For me,
I just have my...
You can add me on Facebook. That's Milo Rivera. I do have a small Facebook fan page on, which is Milo Rivera as well. Then for Instagram, it's @Milo Rivera _. There we go.
For
cool.
me, it's Stefano Rivera. Tapos in Instagram is Steph Rivera 88.
For me, Fanny Rivera, that's all.
There you go.
Fanny
And
Rivera, that's all.
Instagram,
everybody,
wala?
Follow
Instagram, bawal
follow
ako
the
sa
racing
mom,
mom,
my mom
Fanny
has a new
Rivera.
hashtag starting the whole family that's called hashtag Fanny Pack. So definitely are part of the pack now.
Just today, Mother's
Nice.
Day, after dinner, a
Tatayo kami
hashtag
ng
funny
channel.
pack. So you wait for that. You wait for that.
Okay. All right, you guys. And before we go, can you guys invite the viewers to watch you guys at the races this year? Because I am sure that when we get back on track, you guys will be back on track as well. Milo?
Um, I guess the best way to get yourselves updated is through my social media channels. I'd be posting, updating whenever there's an upcoming event, whether it's a race or a show up in a certain event. You can follow my social media channels. Hopefully, the races resume na dito sa Pilipinas. And I'll be racing GTs hopefully. And like what my tito, JP, told me kanina sa pagkakahanap ng grid spot sa V1. Mamaya natin.
All right.
V1?
Steph?
Mommy,
You're so heavy.
Happy Mother's Day.
You're so heavy, my step Milo.
Sakit.
How about you, Steph? You invite people to come and watch you?
Well, of course, hopefully what JP said, the VS Cup and the Formula V1. Hope you guys can watch that. Well, the VS Cup, hopefully, my sponsor here makes me join, so I hope you can watch that. And before the pandemic, also, JP here at Tuason Racing are organizing some sim races, and I'm joining them also. I believe next week or 2 weeks from now is the Supra Cup, sponsored by Toyota and organized by Tuason Racing. So you can check that out as well. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Awesome.
Well, everything was discussed already. One thing I want to say to my co-mothers out there: follow the dreams of your kids, okay? Especially their dreams, not your own interest, and that's it. Everything will be smooth. And I know motorsports. No, I represent motorsports industry. It's really an expensive, but do something about it. Can I still say something, JP? Talagang totoo to. This is not bola. May motorsports really builds character. Especially the time management of these two kids. Prior to motorsports, my God, they were so, parang yung discipline in terms of, time management, parang sila, lesser. But in motorsports, actually, nagulat ako. Kaya it's not only about winning, it's about character building, the discipline, the skills is priceless. That cannot be bought. It's because of motorsports. That's the reason why I'm a mother now of two champion racers, no? Not only locally but internationally. That's because of motorsports. I mean, nobody can get that from me. Yun talaga. That's it.
I guess I just to make things shorter. I mean, my parents, my mom. I guess my mom supported our motorsports career for so many good reasons, and they, invested on other priorities just to make us race, and we truly appreciate it. They've sacrificed so much, and every day is a chance for us to show our appreciation by doing our best and winning every single time we try to hit the racetrack.
Okay. Well said. There you go, you guys. The Rivera family. Good job, you guys. Thank you very much, and happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, so please do like and follow us on social media. Our social media accounts are at Tuason Racing for Facebook and Instagram. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tuason Racing TV. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are updated on all of our latest happenings. So please tune in to Riding Shotgun Conversation Season 2 every Wednesday at 8 p.m. If you guys have any topics or guests that you guys would like us to feature, please put it in the message down below and we'll try to get to you. So again, this has been JP Tuason, and see you guys at the next episode. Peace.